Okay, yeah, think it should be live. One moment, I gotta find the stream. Got it. Oh, looks like BMO is coming. See. Okay, anyway, just need Nox to get the rest of their team in. Looks like Nox might be forfeit. Might have to forfeit. Do I have him added? I swear I don't. I do. Wait, did I? Oh, for fuck's sake. I didn't even notice that.
What's up, dog?
Eh?
Can you toss me an invite to the game?
Yep.
There it is. Perfect. Thank you.
Alright, so stream's up. Yeah, we're waiting on Nox to get their 6, if they can.
Hmm.
So we playing. It's alright, we all know you're a youngster. What do you mean? Okay, streams linked in announcements. Okay, that's 5 for Nox. 13 minutes to get one more. They might actually have a team this time.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get my ass out of bed to not stream a match.
Honestly.
Now, do you know, this is the third match that I've been set to stream this week, and the other two have both got cancelled.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah. At least Nova and Make-A-Wish happened before I set up the lobby. Send me link to stream. Okay, they got 6. It's a bit low level, head clicker, and no, I think he's okay, but hmm. Yeah, and okay, we gotta check if everyone's got open profiles.
Mm.
And, no one goes over the thing. Ooh, okay, 6 isn't allowed on tank. Okay, TKJ's barely allowed on DPS. Okay, yeah, so that is Headclicker's main account. I know that. I know them from a different server.
Okay.
Okay, Ultimate can't play DPS. Okay, yeah, so just keep that in mind. Ultimate's not allowed on DPS, 6 isn't on tank.
Dope.
Okay, just need the readies from both captains, and then...
Let's get into it.
Okay, we got it from NBS. Okay, we got it from Nox. Perfect. Oh wait, you're streaming it too?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, just
wait.
like we can have 2 streams. This one's on my channel.
Alright, well, yeah, I guess we got 2 streams then. So...
I'm trying to try out a couple different controls. I just bound all the characters to like the buttons.
Yeah,
Instead of having to like scroll through.
I usually just scroll through, to be honest. Anyways, so... I don't really know what to expect. I've never seen most of the players on either of these teams. Actually, I know a bit about like Ollie. I think Obscura is a Lucio player. Okay, no, Ollie's on Ana. Lucio. Okay, this is not what I was expecting from either team.
Yeah, it looks like Nox is gonna go ahead and come out with the Reaper May. That's just a lot of damage and a lot of health. So
yeah,
especially
definitely.
for this brawl comp.
And like with the dive DPS for NBS. Oh, never mind, they swapped. Yeah, but the Tracer, there's no real good dive target for Nox.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, the lowest HP is going to be the Moira and the Lucio, which both have, ways to get out.
Yeah, exactly. So, who do you really go for?
Yeah, honestly.
Oh, that's...
There's our first
okay.
test.
A double boot from
immediate
Ollie.
3 kills with that boot.
6 can get 1 onto ultimate, but that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be smart to just die quicker here. And yeah, now is NBS gonna put someone on the point? Yeah, both teams. One of them. Ooh, TKJ almost caught out of position.
Yeah, that was a close one.
Okay.
And you'd figure with this larger health pool, that they'd have the advantage, but just not quite. They got caught by that Lucio, playing a little bit too close to the edge.
Yeah, definitely. So what it's really up to here is to the tanks and the May of Nox. They're like the main heroes in a brawl comp. They're the ones that need to initiate and
yeah. And you can see how many resources they're putting into the kills. It took 3 members of their team to kill that Roadhog, but just not enough as the rest of the team falls shortly after.
Yeah, they need to regroup. Oh, that's a nice stick from KSA, but some strange shield movements from Nox.
That's a nice shatter block. I don't think he was entirely aware he had it. I think he just got caught with his shield in the right place.
Oh dear god. Okay, Nox do win that fight, but look how much both sides use. That's 4 for each.
Yeah.
All that's left is a shatter. So it's got to be a good one.
Yeah.
Thing is though, you can get it blocked, you can get hooked out of it. Tracer's difficult to catch anyway.
Looks like NBS is going to switch up their comp just a little bit. Never mind, it looks like he's back.
Oh, okay, he
lost
does.
a little bit of ult charge.
Okay, makes me eat my words and gets a nice shatter, but there's no follow-up.
Only picks up 1 with that nice May wall, yeah.
That Tracer goes a lot of
That's a
damage there.
huge pin.
definitely, but the damage had already been done. Ultimate got 3.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, you'd expect the whole hog to be able to zone that Reinhardt out of the pin, but I think he was just aiming in the wrong spot, and before he could turn around, he got caught.
Yeah, definitely. So now, still just a pulse bomb in comparison to the grab. Ollie's gonna need to. Oh, that's a massive pick. Start off. Elite getting
Yeah,
caught out.
absolutely.
They don't even need the grab here, really. Oh, that.
Yeah.
The Reinhardt nearly got caught on the other side of that wall.
Yeah.
I think there might be an issue here of 6 Reddit Lucio in a little bit.
Just a little bit. I think he got caught out of position. You know, he needs to be a little bit behind that shield tank. You know, you got to take advantage of that Reinhardt.
Yeah. I routinely get accused of Reddit Lucioing.
It's certainly a playstyle, but you know, especially for a brawl-oriented comp, you know, you're
I wouldn't dream of doing it on my main though. Like only in like on my gold smurfs maybe, but not in masters games. It just doesn't work.
Alright, looks like they're going to open this engagement with a freeze, and they should be able to catch a couple players, but the beat comes out. Might be able to save 1 or 2. And that's an absolutely great play.
Yeah,
the beat saves them from the freeze, and luckily TKG Global didn't drop. You know, I was about to criticize that, but he actually had high noon and was able to pick up 2 and force the May to cryo freeze, you know, denying her the freeze value.
Okay, yeah, NBS did win that fight, but I just want to ask, Ollie, why did you jump into the blizzard when you were using your beat? The range of it would have gotten them outside of it.
Indeed.
You didn't.
I think he had enough trust in his team, but there's not a whole lot they can do in a blizzard, you know?
Yeah, anyways. So since I was accusing 6 of Reddit Lucioing, I wanna spectate him. Also, I just simp for Lucio players.
I don't blame you.
Lucio is my boy, my hubby.
Take a look here.
Okay,
Looks like KSA is going to pull up the Hanzo for the first time. Actually,
Sombra
maybe
Reaper.
even a Sombra.
Okay, yeah, I like Sombra Reaper better. The Hanzo and Reaper just don't interact together much.
I think they're going to be expecting, again, once again, the Brawl comp, you know, and just being able to shut down that shield should open up a lot of opportunities for the Reaper, so that's a great little, you know, combo that they could be expecting.
That was an unnecessary amp there from 6, as you can see here, he's not got that amp healing for the fight. And
yeah, first kill goes with actually a cheeky little pin onto the enemy Reinhardt, so would open that fight taking out a main tank, and no opportunities for a res, as only NBS is running that Mercy.
But that was just a lack of coordination between the tanks and DPS or supports.
And you'd expect there either like a counter pin to be able to shut that down, or even a bubble. So,
or a flashbang from the McCree could have stopped the pin.
Yeah, there's so many opportunities to shut that down. Even a hack could come through, but
nobody was there though.
Oh, sorry.
Reinhardt was alone. 6 finding 2 though. Perhaps Reddit Lucio is a good idea.
And once again, NBS really showing, you know, taking advantage of that Reaper as he drops down below 50 HP. That extra 50 health is coming in big for them.
Definitely. Okay, let's spectate with May here, see what she can get done.
Indeed. And if you just look at the ult charge, you know, they're almost everyone for NBS has their ult compared to, you know, a little bit more staggered, especially with Head Clicker. Head Clicker has simply not been able to charge Graviton as quickly as the rest of his team is able to build the rest of their ults. So hopefully he can start building a little bit more energy, you know, saving his Reinhardt.
I feel like that wall was a misclick. I think he meant to
the shatter comes through, but he actually jumped before landing that shatter, meaning that there was enough time to react with the shield, and it gets counter shattered, picking up 3. That's absolutely great play by Obscure Cheese. Really just reading the shatter and reacting to it in time.
Definitely. Now they're just getting spawn camp now. This does not look good.
Indeed.
Okay,
that's one of the dangers of jumping, man.
Go on, frontlining Moira.
High Noon comes in from the back and finds 2, but it should get traded out very, very quickly here. But actually the Reinhardt's able to charge in, provide a little bit of shielding, and allowing Bond to pick up the 3rd on the Reinhardt, giving them the point win.
Okay, I respect that.
Problem is, high risk, high reward. Holy cow.
Problem is, it's not gonna work for more than one or 2 fights.
Indeed, and with 80% of the point already capped by NBS.
Okay,
let's take a look here.
That Ryan needs to be turned into a kill, and it's good that it is. If that wasn't turned into a kill, I would have been Surprised.
Indeed.
But I'm surprised the Mei didn't wall off the Reinhardt whilst he was caught in the blizzard, because he could have like charged backwards out of it, or the team could have healed him through the
Yeah,
to the
I would
choke
have
point.
expected KSA to maybe even pop EMP there to, shut down a little bit of the pressure and allow his healers to get in and save the Reinhardt.
I don't know if I'd have used EMP. After all, you are one fight away, and you see there, it just completely
Yeah,
shuts it
Arlo
down.
gets caught out of position, and as soon as he falls, they're able to pop both EMP and Death Blossom for an easy team kill.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think Arlo realized where the rest of his team was.
Doesn't look like it. He's been a bit split from the rest of the team, especially in the first fight this round.
Indeed. A little bit of a preemptive hack there, not able to complete it though.
This grab needs to be good here.
Shatter comes through, and Arlo just got overly aggressive with that, allowing Obscure Cheese to land an easy Shatter.
And that's a good focusing on the Zarya there from TKJ, and they're just going to take the map.
Yeah, it's an easy one too.
Yeah, 2-0 on control.
And really, in the Rhine to Rhine matchup, you're seeing Obscure Cheese win just about every single one of his battles,
Yeah, like I don't like to be that toxic guy, but I kind of think part of that map was main tank difference.
A little bit. I mean, especially with how important playing a Reinhardt is,
Elite.
especially in the meta, allowing that, shield to come in and protect a lot of those squishies in the backline. It was, a little bit of a tough matchup, so we might see some changes coming into map 2.
I don't think either team has any subs, so maybe they could swap around roles. I definitely think NBS could swap roles, but like I don't know if they will. I mean, it did work, so there's not really any need to. Bishy, you're not smart. Hang on. Fuck yourself, kid. Okay,
And
what's
just
the
like
next
that,
map?
yeah, NBS takes round 1, so... Next map, I'm not entirely sure.
Hang on. Next map is Temple.
Oh no. Oh no.
This is a fun one.
This could be a
EU
disaster.
servers. Oh, they want me to swap servers. Hang on. Lobby. Okay. You have to put it on Netherlands, don't you?
What's up?
For EU servers, you have to put it on Netherlands, right?
Yeah, I think Netherlands is the data center.
Fuck's sake. I'm just seeing Bucket in another server and he's saying, laughing my ass off, Nox is on the way to -9. I want to see them get -15 and keep that record. Longest childish losing streak, like the Titans.
Oh my gosh. I honestly feel kind of bad for him because I think they just moved up to tier 3 recently.
I know they're still tier 4 in point blank.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, yeah, Bucket is clearly toxic, and I'll do the entire server a service and teabag him in our match next week. Toxicity is allowed if it's done to Bucket. Alright, NBS is ready. We need Nox. Get us in that bitch. We gotta wait. Number 1 Tracer, what do you mean? Wait, but you're still the owner. I swap servers.
Now entering the temple of Anubis.
Okay.
I played a match yesterday where on defense the other team ran a Bastion Sim and just kept spamming him through the teleporter on defense.
I just developed 3 different diseases listening to you say that.
And then as soon as we switched to hit scan on the on our offensive, or sorry, as soon as we switched to defense or hit scan, they pull Junkrat. We switched to Junkrat to counter their Bastion, and they pulled out Echo Pharah. and it was
Oh
the
my
shortest
God.
match of competitive I've ever played in my life.
That is like, if Angie Pengies was Overwatch comps, that would be it.
Attackers incoming. 30 seconds.
Full disrespect him.
That's what we do though. Like we literally did use Sebastian in our match the other day.
That's just gross.
To be fair though, we were kind of memeing.
I mean, that is the definition of a meme comp.
Not wrong, not wrong.
All right, heading back into this next match. Looks like we have a couple of different swaps in terms of just what these characters are playing. Looks
Yeah,
like we're gonna have
the
Headclicker pulling out the
Widowmaker.
Orisa.
The Widowmaker from Elite. I want to see this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tune into that.
What clickable heads are there really on? I mean, the Reaper's a fairly easy shot, but the rest
Yeah,
of
you
them...
should be able to hopefully pick up that Baptiste too, looking for a nice little jump.
Baptiste, his head hitbox isn't the easiest to hit, but we'll see how... Oh,
When he's locked into that moon boot animation. Oh, and a deadly first hook comes through along with another kill on the Orisa.
that,
Supported by a headshot from the Widowmaker in the back. That's a great pick.
that teleport was questionable, to put it nicely. No, JS going really low. If they can pick him off, that'd be big. This
Yeah.
is turnable, but it doesn't look likely. Especially with the reinforcements coming in from...
Yeah, winning that first team fight, and a little bit of a silent helper in the back with that uncontested Widowmaker. Not exactly landing headshots, but really able to put enough damage down range, making them easy kills for the rest of their team.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm hoping to see some Widow v Widow action here. But like, usually in Widow v Widow, like when both teams have a Widowmaker, they're smart enough to not play in the other sight lines. So it's really just who's more effective at controlling the sight lines here. And
Tire comes through, and the shot just not in time. Able to pick up the Ana, and that's really going to slow their push. That's their main healer.
yeah, you've got to back out now. There's no way.
Yeah. I mean, committing one ult to that, seems like a little bit of a waste only to pick one, but it's a really aggressive pick, and it looks like we're going to have a Widow swap.
Yeah, Bonk going up to the usual spot. Nope, never mind, he fell off. That's usually where you'd want to be to control sidelines though. Nah, he's just gonna switch off actually. Back to the Reaper. Genji's an interesting pick here from Elite.
Yeah, especially I don't think he realizes that Bonk pulled out the Symmetra, and that's not going to be a very nice combination.
Well, to be fair, Bonk did swap after Elite did.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's just a fight win for NBS.
Yeah, they need to get on point very quickly here.
Obscure's shatters have just been massive here.
And it looks like the tire comes out, but it's just not in time.
Yeah, no one can touch.
Yeah.
That's a massive time bank for NBS. It's going to be really difficult to match that.
Absolutely.
Initiating match.
So the real issue here has been Obscure. TKJ's been doing a lot of work too, but like those two were the main issues here for Nox. But they're more putting their resources into shutting down Elite, which is probably what's causing them to be getting rolled here.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, it's just, it comes down to, winning the matchups. And as you saw, that Roadhog opened up the first fight, with a nice little chain hook kill. And from there, it was just, an easy offensive, especially with the uncontested Widowmaker in the back. It looks like Bonk is going to be playing an offensive Widow again, similar to what KSA pulled out. But, is he going to get the value that KSA did, just, sniping from the back, especially playing into this pocketed Ashe, most likely?
See, I think KSA's value came more on, like, the swaps and the resources that Nox were committing to try and shut him down. When in all reality, he wasn't doing much work anyway. And, like, if they'd put those same resources into shutting down Obscure or TKJ, maybe it would have been different.
Indeed. Well, looks like we are going to see Obscure go back to the Reinhardt.
6 frontlining. That's why you got caught in the trap. You should let your monkey go in it for you.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a tough
Okay.
opening kill. And the Widow loses the battle to the pocketed Ashe there, which is tough. You know, you'd like to see a couple headshots come out, and if you're not going to land the headshots, you might just want to switch to an Ashe in this case, especially for the pocket from the Mercy.
Yep. Widowmakers should be favoured in the sniper battle though, but not if the Ashe has a pocket.
Indeed. And take a look at this placement of the trap from the Junkrat. It's, you know, expecting the dive from the Winston to come up onto that main platform. And if he gets caught in that, yeah, that's exactly what we're looking for. Immediately dead. What a call out.
Dude, this is so... The tanks don't have any synergy on Nox.
Indeed.
Like you saw, Diva waited until the monkey was dead and then started,
Yeah, started to engage and immediately just gets caught out.
yeah, like, you should have been up there to peel for him as soon as he jumped.
Yeah, and that's a big issue with team communication right there. You got to go in at the same time, you know, especially with that Doomfist as well. That's a really good opportunity to put 3 on that top point, pressure the other 3, and, you know, hopefully do some serious damage.
Yeah, and like, all that pressure on the front lines means that you can maybe give Bonk a chance to win the sniper duel.
Looks like an absolutely incredible immortality field placement by the Baptiste, throwing it onto the opposite platform at least 50 meters away to try and save the Ashe and Mercy from that Doomfist. Really great team coordination, you know, expecting the dive.
Okay.
Looks like Widowmaker finally finds the pick onto the Mercy, but it's traded out immediately by the Ashe.
They need to push the advantage while they have it though. They've got no healers on MBS. They need to push this.
Indeed. And Obscure Cheese is still alive on that Reinhardt. He needs to be putting his shield up, especially with no healers. He's got to let his Zarya, who's very, very high energy, do a lot more of that work for him.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But that's perhaps partially a misplay from MBS to split off the Reinhardt and the Zarya.
Indeed.
You saw the Zarya go into the room and the Reinhardt go onto the stairs. Neither of them got picked off for it, but they definitely could have.
Indeed. And luckily the Mercy was able to res Obscure Cheese, who immediately finds another kill. And, you know, unfortunately it's traded out for the Mercy, but that's actually the advantage that they're looking for.
Ollie with the triple kill on the back. I rate it.
What a great play. Yeah, so as we saw, it just comes down to these individual matchups, you know, like the Widow did find the headshot on the Mercy, but with the immediate trade out, you know, Ashe still has so much damage potential and survivability with that coach gun, so I'm not exactly sure if that's the kill they were looking for.
Yeah.
Especially when it's only pocketing the Ashe too. It's not like it's providing team utility, it's more about amping that damage.
I don't mean to be rude, but it looks like their team might just be outmatched. Nox, I mean.
Just a little bit. It looks like they've gone ahead and switched to a ball from that Diva, who does have Minefield, but playing into 6 on that top window, misses the pile drive, and is actually going to hopefully try and play point. He's got to play point here and force them off that high ground. Instead, he's just kind of, you know, wasting a little bit of time. There's the roll on the, you know, the point that we're looking for, but he's not on long enough, and they don't recognize it. He's got to hop on this point instead of just waiting to contest for overtime. He needs to force them off this high ground.
Yeah, definitely.
And it actually doesn't come out. He needs to drop that minefield, and it's just not going on. He gets nano too, but there's just no damage. You know, he's got survivability, sure, but there's just nothing there.
There was no damage coming in on him anyway, really.
Minefield comes out, and they're actually able to find 2. That Ashe immediately picks up 2, including the Baptiste, no immortality field.
This is good. Okay, now we did see Nox win that fight, but the only fights they've really won this series have been when they've committed 4 ults or so.
Indeed, so a
Like,
little bit of an ult rush
what
there.
Do they have to stop the recontest now? They've got nothing. They need to get picks
Indeed.
right now, and if they don't, then they lose.
It looks like the last one alive for for Nox is going to be that Wrecking Ball who just gets shut down. And that really should have been a team fight win. I don't think they were prioritizing the right targets there. They picked up a healer and a DPS, but just couldn't complete the job.
It was just they committed so much into winning the initial fight that when the recontest came in, the Zarya had the grab, they didn't shut it down. They couldn't shut it down, really. And
Here's that absolutely massive shatter to open the fight. You know, neither of those tanks had their shield up, allowing for an easy shatter, including a quintuple kill, picking up the Junkrat again at the end, but just not in time.
Obscure's gotta be my MVP so far.
Absolutely, I would agree with that.
Obscure's having an insane performance right now.
Indeed.
And then for Nox,
I'm looking towards KTM. He's had some really clutch
yeah,
opportunities.
I was just about to say him. He's had a few decent plays on the May.
Indeed. Yeah, I think he's been responsible for a lot of those team fight wins. You know, finding the right targets, as we saw him. You know, opening up with, you know, kills onto the Tracer on Li Zhong. You know, huge blizzards. You know, great usage. But
Yeah, so now we've got MBS up to match point. Take out Cade. Who for?
hmm
Do they have anyone else to sub in? Next
I don't
map
believe so.
is Blizzard World. So potentially the final map. Okay, looks like Cade left. We're getting him in. Okay, so... Oh, never mind. Looks like they got him. Let me check this guy. Check him out.
Yeah, heading into this next fight, it looks like, you know, the 2-0 lead does go to NBS, and you know, approaching Blizzard World. Blizzard World is one of those, you know, maps that can get very difficult to escort the payload on, especially coming around to the first checkpoint. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
This is a difficult map to complete, and it's not uncommon for a first point hold here, so...
indeed, pretty big distance actually from the spawn room to the objective itself. So you know, for characters like, you know, Nox has been pulling out with a little bit more of the dive, they might actually have an advantage here with a lot more of that mobility, able to take control of that high ground around point in the payload. So, you know, if they can play a really solid game here, they certainly have a chance to take back a map on, you know, NBS and force a map 4.
Yeah, definitely. And now what we've mostly seen from Nox has been the Reaper and the Mei. And
Mm.
the Mei isn't really a great pick on the offense here. Like, there's not many good choke points that you can wall someone off at. There's not really many... You won't find much value with it, really.
hmm
And we're just waiting on...
And who did
Oh,
Cade get subbed out for?
Natsu Botsu. And I can't see his profile, it's glitching out or something. Okay.
I'm
Right,
seeing it
yeah.
now,
Yeah, he's in range, that's okay.
yeah. Yeah. Looking a little bit low, but quite alright.
Yeah. And both teams ready. I think clearly the reason NBS are winning is because of their matching player icons.
That's
That's
certainly a way to assert dominance.
of course, of course.
Welcome to Blizzard World. Initiating match.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kinda hoping that Obscure doesn't perform so well this map. Because if he wins, then that'll make him another player that's joined the club of people who've gotten multiple MVPs.
Really?
Yeah, he'd be the 5th player to do it. And yeah, I kinda like being one of the only ones in that club.
Ready for battle.
Just a quick little bragging moment. Cough cough, I was one of them. Anyways, so let's see. Pretty similar from what we're seeing. Oh, Obscure's on... Okay, they're not trolling. They're putting Obscure on Widowmaker and Elite on Tank.
Yeah, let's take a look. If Obscure Cheese lands his shots, man, I have no choice but to give this man MVP.
I'm excited to see this. I gotta watch this.
He's pulling out my favorite Widow skin, so I better see him do the emotes, bro.
Alright, come on, Obscure, show us what you got.
It looks like Nox is going to be running an Ashe here.
Oh,
Obscure Cheese switches over to the Doom Fist.
okay, nope, don't give him MVP.
Not quite sure what they're expecting here. They're still in the spawn room.
Yeah, they're all standing still, so
Looks like they couldn't quite figure out their team comp in time.
this is
They
interesting.
might just be trolling here.
Is something
Or
going on
figuring
on
out an
Discord?
issue.
Wait, let me check Discord.
Yeah, I'm giving it a look
Reset.
right now.
Reset, what's up? Why? He's lagging. We can't,
Yeah, he just left the game. He lagged out.
there's not much I can do about that.
Yeah. Well, luckily it was before anything got going. If that was mid-match, it would have been a little bit more of a bigger issue.
If it was mid-match, it would have been a pause.
Yeah, just because there was no, ult charge anywhere, like nobody even
Yeah,
really
like,
come out of the spawn
there'd
room.
been no team fights, nothing.
Yeah, I don't think anyone even saw the other
Okay.
comp, so that's a good opportunity to reset instead of just pausing.
Okay, going back in.
Did this happen earlier in the game or something? Like in another map? Did Obscure Cheese lag out?
No, this is the first one.
Gotcha.
Initiating match.
Which server are we on for this game?
This one's NA,
Okay.
so same as
Who's
Lethal.
who's the one wanting? Which team was wanting the EU servers?
That was NBS. They wanted EU
That might be
map 2.
that might be why Obscure Cheese lagged out.
But see, map 1 was NA as well, and like we have to alternate them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I just think that Obscure Cheese might be having a little bit of difficulty connecting to the data center.
Maybe. But it didn't seem to stop him from having a good performance on Li Jiang, so...
Certainly not. Yeah. A really
Okay,
dominant performance.
they're swapping roles because of the reset. This is some... It's set up. He didn't lag out,
It's
Wait.
a setup.
Our CGL team actually did this the other day. We pretended Salty lagged out so me and Shane could swap roles.
Yikes. Was it mid-match or at the beginning?
It was right at the start, so, and it was just a scrim, so like it doesn't really matter. But like that
Yeah,
could.
no. I mean, I'd say no problem here, just because it was before the
Yeah,
match
yeah,
started. No
it's
list of
okay.
team comms, and Obscure Cheese has been playing Reinhardt the whole match, so.
Yeah, I gotta spectate this new guy for Nox.
Mhm. Yeah, take a look. I'm gonna go ahead and spectate the Reinhardt for NBS. Looks like they are gonna take this off angle here to open up the fight, come through the bottom.
Okay, the Baptiste is just spamming
Oh, no.
heals into the team that's full health. This is interesting.
A lot of value.
I don't know if that was an entirely necessary use of the healing thing there. Like, he could have just asked Asana to heal him, but I guess they just don't have that trust in their other healer to do that.
Looks like the sleep and the anti comes out finding both tanks, but a lot of players low, but that pharmacy is finding a lot of value, immediately picking up the hit scan. This should open up the opportunity for them to take this first point here with no one to contest that pharmacy.
Yeah, if the Ana or Bap can't take out that Pharah, which the Bap won't, he's focused on healing.
Yeah.
If the Ana
She's
doesn't-
charging in and it's just not the play.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't a good idea. Okay, yeah, the picks just come in for MBS. Honestly, the Bap and the Ana were doing a good job there for Nox, but there's just too much damage for those two to heal. I think Bap might need to swap.
Indeed.
Like maybe a Moira. Like there's just not enough healing that can be done.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully he's going to be able to contest that pharmacy. They do have 3 hit scans, so this shouldn't be a problem, including both healers. But unless KTM swaps to a hit scan as well, it might be a little bit difficult for them to continue to heal and damage that pharmacy.
I think a McCree would be a good pick here because not only for the Pharah but for the stun onto Elite. I think KTM should swap to McCree.
Yeah, hopefully we can see something like that soon.
Yeah, because
Scare Cheese gets caught a little bit away from his team. He's going to go ahead and try and back off into his team and fight this Reaper. But he actually gets pinned. KTM turns, gets caught out, and Obscure Cheese turns the tide. Looks like they are going to wait for the reset here after the barrage came in and lost the Pharah. So
yeah.
great chance to build a little bit of
I really think this Reaper needs to swap. Okay, that's a Hanzo now, so
hopefully he can use Death Blossom quickly here and swap, but we'll see.
yeah, there's just isn't a great target. I mean, the Zarya bobbles the Rhine and bobbles herself, so the healers can heal them. You don't
And they even
get
have Reflect to go ahead and throw that right back at him.
yeah, the Ana's hitbox isn't great for Reapers. or
Yeah, a
anyone.
Hanzo to headshot as well. Like, Death Blossom actually finds all 3. All 3 of those characters have some way to shut down that Death Blossom, and it just wasn't there for him.
That's perhaps they just didn't have the sleep or the reflect. But I think
Yeah,
maybe it was
I
element
don't think
of
Hanzo was
surprise.
expecting it. He might have gotten caught in his backline and couldn't land a headshot.
Yeah, now the ult game is fairly even. Let's see if Nox can do a good job of cycling them though.
Yeah, let's take a look at Baptiste, though. Baptiste has yet to use his window, which is a little bit unfortunate.
That's a nice flux.
Yeah, luckily the immortality comes through and nobody dies with that Genji blade, and Reaper actually able to find 2 along with the Sigma.
I don't know how I feel about that Zarya peeking, because the Rhine was all the way around the corner. So like, I guess you can do it, but it's a tiny bit risky.
Yeah, I really want to see these support ults come out. They've been saving them for just a little bit too long. Let's see a Nano perhaps? No, Nano doesn't come out. They actually end up losing the team member. Shatter comes out as well, landing it on the Baptiste, not able to find anything, and it looks like this Mercy is going to go ahead and Valk and pick up the Ana.
Triple kill for Ollie. He is the definition of a bloodthirsty support. I rate it.
Indeed.
He got a triple kill on Bap on Anubis, now on Mercy. Bucket, you need to step your game up. He's just matched you. What? How do you feel?
Yikes. Looks like we do have Soldier coming out instead of that Reaper. That's a great switch because that Pharmacy has been getting really uncontested value. But the Focus Fire just isn't quite there yet. And it looks like they are going to go uncontested as they find this first checkpoint.
Yeah, nobody touches. They haven't really gotten a good opportunity to use these ults. They just got picked off really quickly there.
Honestly. Looks like they're going to go ahead and try to retreat here. This Soldier's going to be the last one out.
Haven't we done this before?
Having a very hard time escaping that Genji.
This Pharah is so good from Elite.
Absolutely.
Like-
Playing into 2 hit scan, both 2 hit scan supports and 2 hit scan,
DPS.
DPS.
And
Still
yeah,
not
he's-
getting picked at all.
Yeah, he's done insanely well. Like, he's not only getting attention, he's not
So
only
many
taking attention,
threats, yeah.
but like, he's not dying from the attention that he's taking from Nox.
Yeah.
That's a nice
Barrage
barrage.
comes out and breaks the shield and gets just about everyone low. As well as, it looks like the Nano Blade's coming out here as well.
Go on, gets one, and that's it.
Yeah.
Unlucky, unlucky.
But there's no one left, and that's just going to be a full hold.
Or, full cap, rather.
Full skis, yeah.
Yeah. The support ults didn't get used once from Nox that entire time.
That is such a travesty. Even just to save a member of your team, it does, not only does it heal, your team, but it negates a lot of that damage, and the window can double both damage and healing output. And to not see either of those is honestly the reason why they got rolled so hard.
Yeah, like first map, they used too many ults in one fight. That time they didn't use those ults.
And especially with the changes to Baptiste, he can dump so much more damage down range and just farm that window a lot quicker.
And I'm pretty sure
that's an ult that you should be getting multiple times in a fight, but to never use it once is just tough.
I'm pretty sure that the Ashe held on to the Bob as well. That could have contested right before the second checkpoint was capped.
That would have been a great one to throw in, allow your team to re-engage, but instead, the tank set up just too far away from that, allowing them to not only cap the payload, but
Oh,
lose spawn
fuck's
advantage.
sake! Look at who TKJ is on.
Yeah, if it finds value, it's like a seventh man.
It's just disrespect at this point, maybe.
Yeah.
I honestly think they're just doing it based on disrespect.
We'll see if he shows up in the kill feed.
Let's see. There's a mid-map roll swap from Nox, which isn't allowed. Hang on.
Who switched over?
They've swapped tanks. Natsubotsu was
Headflicker.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 6 disconnected. Hang on.
He should be back momentarily.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna swap Natsu out and then put him back in. So that he can...
I don't know if he can run tank.
Okay, yep, they're ready for the unpause. So they should be able to go on the rolls that they were originally on. Doesn't look like they... Okay, yeah, they are picking heroes.
Wow, and that Torbjorn just stood in the back, didn't get any healing, and got antied instead.
That is so sad.
Looks like the res is gonna come out.
Wonk is getting some, like, a decent amount of value on this Widowmaker.
Looks like Obscure Cheese is gonna be slowly starting to win this Reinhardt battle. Loses his barrier here, making him an easy target for that Ashe, but instead the Torbjorn goes on a flank and actually manages to pick up the Ashe.
They're not pushing past this choke point. They need something to get them through. Their Reinhardt needs to maybe make some...
Looks like Reinhardt already has Shatter. It gets thrown into a bubble, and it's actually reverse shattered by Nox, who's able to pick up 2 with that. Not able to confirm the kills, but
this is
absolutely
better. This is way better.
Nox. And the Mercy gets left out of res. That's an absolutely great catch by Ollie. Loses her life for it. But wow, what a sleep by 6 on that Ana, really denying the main tank value, especially for how well Obscure's been playing. He probably could have stalled that fight out a lot longer, but instead they're going to go ahead and cap this uncontested.
That was way better from Nox. If we're seeing this, this could be good for the rest of the map.
Indeed.
Perhaps swapping the roles from main tank and off tank helped out a little bit.
Looks like Bonk again finding the Torbjorn. Great little find there. And look at this, they've already got 4 ults online, and the most impactful ones as well.
Yeah, and now the swaps are coming in from Nbs.
Really trying to find a way to play around this very, very damage-oriented comp. This is a lot better brawl comp than we were expecting. The anti comes out as well as the shield break, and that Reinhardt is just dead instantly. Looks like they do still have spawn advantage, and Obscure Chi should be able to get back in time.
Yeah, this is NBS. They finally win a fight this round.
Yeah.
So I really think this Torbjorn needs to swap from MBS because like it's a lot of pressure on Elite to be going
I think that's what we're
against
seeing
double
right
sniper.
here,
And yeah, okay, that definitely helps
Great call, yeah.
alleviate a lot of the pressure off of Elite in the double sniper mirror. That was a strange usage of bubble onto.
Yeah. Can you invite Green to the game?
One moment. Looks like I don't know what's going on right now. This is an interesting fight. It's pretty all over the place. But the spawn is closer for NVS, so it looks like they're up.
Yeah, they might be able to hold this a lot longer.
I think they're up by 1. Oh, but Bonk finding
Bonk
two.
coming in with 2 massive kills. And you know the rest of the team isn't there to follow up, but if they can get there quickly, they might have a chance here.
The fuck is Army here for? Army doesn't come to any of his team's games, but he comes to Nox versus MBS. Anyway, so the Doomfist now from Nox. I don't know what the plan is here.
Might be looking for a little bit more of that burst damage playing into the Moira Lucio.
Who's your real target? I mean, Lucio's got a boot, Moira's got a fade. I mean,
Might be looking to just pressure Obscure Cheese on that Reinhardt though, you know, not able to block that.
Potentially,
that punch.
but you might just end up being a charge. You might just oh, that was. I don't know if you saw that from TKJ.
I did not. What just happened?
It was like a long range deflect headshot.
Oh wow, what a find. Shadow comes out with Obscure Cheese is low and antied. He's actually going to get flashed before he can step out of that and gets killed. Still finds a lot of follow-ups, but that McCree with the well-timed flashbang.
Yeah, the momentum Nox had, it's pretty much
kind of fading a little bit.
It's pretty much gone. I mean, they have the grav, the nano, and the beat here.
And the payload is already retreating from where it should be.
Yeah, chances are only the grav's getting used here.
Yeah.
So it'll have to be a good one, but Ollie's got that beat.
Yeah, once again, both support ults need to open up with something. Hopefully we can see them open up with beat and nano, because they need to secure this fight with only one team fight remaining.
We gotta see who gets the bigger grav and who grabs first. That'll be a big deciding factor. And yeah,
Grav comes out first as well as the nano.
Oh, they both
gravs come out and they're actually able to stop the nano Reinhardt from getting any value.
Okay,
Obscure Cheese gets slept and he's just going to be facing that really aggressive Reinhardt.
Massive beat from that too.
Massive beat as well. Absolutely. Able to save a lot of those low targets after the first 2 ults wear off.
Oh, the Blade.
They only find
one. Okay, there's 1. There's 2.
Blade comes out and finds 2, and those are 2 big picks as Obscure Cheese is already on his way back from the spawn room.
There's 2. There's 3 for MBS. This is feeding for Nox. It's just the tanks and the McCree.
It's not looking good. Yeah.
And yeah, it's just the Reinhardt. That's it. It's NBS are just gonna win 3-0.
A little bit of a BM there with that shatter, but it's all good.
A little bit, but
a little bit. Alright, and that'll do it. 3-0 to Nbs Esports on today's match.
Yep, so we gotta pick MVPs, and I think we can both agree.
I think we already know. Who are you feeling here?
Definitely, one of the DPS for Nox, most likely. But definitely Obscure. Obscure deserves it.
Obscure Cheese and KTM?
Yeah.
I think Bonk was slowly starting to find his value, but he didn't find it on the first 2 maps, and KTN just played so much more consistent.
Okay, well, congratulations to Obscure. He's now the 5th player in the league to get multiple MVPs.
All right, man. Well, great casting with you, G.
Yeah, for real. That was fun.
Catch you next time.
Yep, see ya. Okay, I'll end the stream here then.